Doing this is very important in reference to documents that the Treasury has, or in reference to history. The Supreme Court possibly has documents of this information too. That it says that because my parents was very wealthy, and my parents had life insurance policies that I was supposed to have received a long time ago, but then these government people are trying to steal everything, which is a crime. The government's trying to do these things, which where's the people that are supposed to prosecute those people that are in government that are stealing and squatting on monies that I was supposed to have received in reference to the life insurance policies of my parents? See, the Treasury possibly even had life insurance policies that I was supposed to have received in reference to my parents getting murdered by criminals and dirty politics. Where's the life insurance policies and lawsuits? So this is very important in reference to the Treasury, because my parents had a lot of money in the Treasury, didn't they? And the guidelines of financial locations of monies and accounts, the fact that those locations are supposed to have insurance. There's supposed to be insurance on my parents, even at the Treasury, and even at the Supreme Court, and in reference to other places, in reference to companies and businesses, and in reference to if the government tried to steal from my parents, or the government tried to hurt me, or the government tried to steal everything. This is very important in reference to a lot of things. That needs to get investigated too. But, in reference to my parents had documents that if I went into a store or a business, and if I couldn't afford something or I couldn't buy something, that it was lawsuits against the government. You know that, right? Each and every time. Like if I went into a store and didn't have access to monies or credit cards that I was supposed to have had, when I seen something that I wanted to buy in a store or something in somewhere, and then I wasn't able to buy it so I couldn't get it. There's lawsuits in reference to me not having enough money. Because see, if my parents was alive, they'd let me buy anything, pretty much. Now, it's very important in reference to how wealthy my parents were, and history is, which I'm the owner of the estates of my parents and grandparents too. And the fact that these government people slandering my character, and these people that have damaged my face and teeth, haven't received any compensation at all, which is more lawsuits. The lawsuits go way up. It could be another, $500 trillion lawsuit instantly against the government at a moment's notice, or even more, because they didn't pay the previous lawsuits, or they didn't stop the criminals, or they were endangering my life by not giving me my money, and they were blocking me from my mother and father's mansions and safety locations and better neighborhoods or better property, such as my mother and father's mansions. So in reference to me not having enough money to buy something, and the IRS is supposed to know this too, because I'm tax-free, because the government tried to murder me when I was a little boy, and the government tried to steal the estates of my parents. So that makes me tax-free too. But then all the other abuses, what they've done today, abusing me or burning my face and teeth or injuring my arm or damaging my body or whatever they've tried to do, that's another lawsuits every time. More lawsuits every time. Every time they're hitting me, every time they're burning me, every time they're causing dents or marking on my body. It's attempted murder every time. But, so in reference to that document, people need to see that document in the media. In reference to, because my parents was very wealthy, and most of the things that, if I wanted to buy something, it'd be something that, of a certain amount that I was supposed to have had access to money